All right, as promised in the last video, I did finally buy wind turbines. Every purchase is a compromise. Anyone who tells you different is just looking to get ripped off or trying to rip you off. So one of the things I compromise a little bit is what this company is actually called. They're kind of sketchy. They have a website, hydrogenappliance.net. If you look up Thermodyne, that also pops up. It also came with a sticker that says windturbineusa.com, which I guess is another one of their websites. They're what I call a bunch of American kind of DIY manufacturers. These manufacturers, the only thing that they have in common is they've started by repurposing old Delco alternators as the housing. Now, this is a great way to save a lot of money because these alternator housings are clamped out by the billions of them. So the price of these housings is really cheap. So as opposed to getting something machined or made yourself, if you're starting off making stuff, this is a great way to really shave a few bucks right off the top. Now, that's basically all that's DIY about this, because everything after that, he's had to machine or make himself, and working either with other factories to produce some of the stuff or making it themselves. The reason I picked this company is because they don't skip on the details. So every single bend of the metal you can see in the ads and in the details, and after getting the box and unloading it, I found that everything is exactly as I expected. This is a 48 volt permanent magnet AC 3-phase generator. Not the biggest one that they make, but it's pretty close to it. And as you can see, there is a little bit of stepping in this motor. You can tell that there's some resistance here. And if I short these two out right now and I try to turn it, I can one step, two, yeah. So obviously there's a lot of potential energy here. We'll see once we get it installed. We'll actually do some reviews of that, but this is just an unboxing and a showing of what we got. What I'm most excited about are the blades. You might notice these blades are clear. It's a nylon reinforced polymer. It's not as nice as the fiberglass ones. The nice thing about these is the sun can go right through them. So I won't cast as much shade on my solar array, and I'll be able to make more net power. Some pretty intense machined hub. It's pretty substantial. All right. So that's it assembled. It is a huge wind turbine, and I'm trying to make a huge amount of power out of it. So once it's installed, we'll test that huge amount of power, but before it can be installed, I have to finish the bimini, and of course I have to paint all of this because a lot of it is just mildly coated steel or mildly coated aluminum, so I'm gonna make sure that all of that is covered. So for the meantime, I'm gonna suffer on with the small amount of electricity my solar panels bring in. And speaking of suffering, we broke the truck again, so let's go suffer some more and fix it. I don't remember lowering this truck. Oh no, that's not attached anymore. About a year ago, I found a scrap piece of steel and I did my first welding job, just welding a bracket to get that to stick. And yeah, first welding job, so it didn't hold up. Luckily, nothing else went wrong, so now we're just gonna cut it out and replace it with the actual part. All right, well, I like to say it came out easy, but it did not. If it wasn't for having this shop, that's what's left of the bracket. Blow torches, impact guns, power chisels, the lot. There's a new piece of hardware, let's get it in. Project, and it's a piece of junk, but I got it for free. And you look at that, that's almost straight. Almost. Look at all this. That's all that was left of that thing, man. Oh, one super fun side effect of COVID is I am stuck out here on this fucking boat through the winter. So I get windstorms like tonight. This is the 10th day in a row of windstorms. It is unbelievable. This is just like it was 2 years ago, where I just went through like a week of not sleeping, and then there was a storm big enough to tear, it tore 7 or 9 boats loose, I can't remember, in Dagenham Bay. It's a similar strength today. I'm watching, it's all at night so I can't see what's going on, but it's pretty wild. Like, the water is being picked right up off the ocean and just torn sideways. So far my boat hasn't broken loose, and I think there's a boat in the back that's being smashed to pieces right now on the rocks, but I can't do anything about it. I think I could safely get off the boat into the Zodiac and get out of here, but it would be pretty iffy, especially with honey. So yeah, maybe I'll just wear a life jacket to bed. Good morning. The weather is better today. That actually just kind of makes me angrier after the storms I've been through all last week. I am getting off the boat today. Thankfully, I got a week off to go spend Christmas with Melly. I'm definitely due for a departure. Dealing with the winters out here in the Pacific Northwest is challenging on the water, and I'm the only one still out here in the bay, so that should tell you everything you need to know. The boat is more comfortable than ever, but I'd like to live with the seasons, not against them. So hopefully the pandemic is all over by next winter and I can travel, because I'd like to spend a good chunk of the time not here. I just waste a lot of time in the wintertime just dealing with the weather. So I'd like to not do that. But we got some good weather today, so let's get down to a little bit of work and let's get off this boat. All right, well, we got the last coat of fairing up there. It's dry, but it's not dry enough for the belt sander to go, so it's gonna be like 2 weeks before I can actually sand that, which is unfortunate because I just really want more solar panels up there, and I want the wind turbines, and I need more power. I'm sick and tired of scraping by with a few. Like, I'm making, like, on a sunny day like today, I'll make 1 kilowatt hour, maybe 1.4. I was making like 27 in the summertime. It's hard to live on just 1 kilowatt hour. All right, well, we made it out to Melly's place for Christmas. I've got a lot of stuff I've been doing. One of my favorite things to do here in the city is load up on spices. Vancouver has so many great grocery stores. One of my favorites is T&T, which is quite common all over the place, but you can get just like loads of chili spices. Look at this amount of pho concentrate. It's huge. Oh yeah, and 2 kilograms of noodles. That'll come in very handy. I'm also mailing off postcards to patrons with all the challenge coins. Now, just like all of you that have come and helped me on the boat, my patrons have also played a critical role in getting this project off the ground and keeping me going. So all of you are crew. I hope you know that once the boat is actually nice and the pandemic is over, you're all welcome to come out and enjoy some time out on the boat. That's why we have all the berths. That's why it's so big and capable of cooking for so many people. I want to give a huge thank you to those of you supporting me. I'm looking down the list and I'm just realizing how many of you have been here for 3 years or longer. It's just wild to me. So the Christmas break has been really nice. It's so great to get off the boat. We're gonna go join up with Jay and Dee, who are part of my immediate bubble, and go for a hike with the dogs. All right, that's enough for me. Thanks you guys for watching, and have a Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.